In this video, I'm going to show you how students can create a video like this using the starting block included with the Author Study assignment. Now that you've published the Author Study project, students can access the assignment by signing into WeVideo, navigating to Classes, and opening the class. They'll click Jump In to open the editor. They can access all the assignment resources from the clipboard, including the example video, instructions, and the project guide, which includes a script graphic organizer, storyboard, editing tutorial, and rubric to guide them through the process of planning and creating their video. Once they're ready to edit, students can use the starting block to create their video. This video uses text to communicate information, images of the author with the background removed, layered over animated backgrounds from the stock media library, and music. They could also add a voice recording reading the script they've prepared about the author they researched. To edit using the starting block, they can start by changing the title. Simply double-click on the text in the timeline and type the new title. This starting block includes a text block that says Author Study and a text block with the author's name. We'll change the author's name to the author we studied. We can leave the text block that says Author Study alone, or go in and change the color, font, etc. Next, we'll replace the text with our script. Simply double-click on a text block to edit the text. I'll do that for each text block until I've added my entire script. This second text block uses the static captions and motion text to draw attention to specific information, so we'll put part of our sentence in each text block. Once we're done adding text, we can swap out the images in the timeline with images of our author. I'll navigate to the project bin and upload images of my author. These images have the background removed. You can use a site like remove.bg to quickly remove the background from the images. Once I've uploaded the images, I'll drag them down over the images in the timeline and click Replace. You'll notice the animation settings from the previous image get transferred over to the new image. If we need to adjust this, we can double-click on the image in the timeline and click Animation. Then we can adjust the start and end, scale, and position of the image to adjust the animation. It may also be that we simply need to flip the image, which we can do from the Transform tool. Or we might need to flip the image and adjust the animation. If you're using color images that you want to turn to black and white, you can click the image in the timeline and click Filters, select Mono, and select a black and white filter. I'm using 4 images of my author, so once I've added 4 images and used the Transform and Animation tools to get the images to appear how I want, I'll click and drag to highlight the rest of the images on the template and delete them. Then I'll click and drag the images I've set using Command-C on my keyboard to copy them. Drag the playhead to the next position on my timeline, and select Command-V on my keyboard to paste the images. If we have gaps in our timeline in between our images, we can click and drag or use Shift and click to highlight multiple clips, and then right-click and select Close Gaps to shift everything over to the left. I'll drag this last clip out and add a dip to black transition to fade the clip out at the end. Next, we can replace the backgrounds if we'd like. We can click videos and use search terms like colorful backgrounds or animated backgrounds. When we find a background we like, simply drag it over the background in the timeline we want to replace and click Replace. The new clip gets trimmed to fit that space. Repeat this process to replace as many backgrounds as you'd like. I chose the backgrounds when creating the template and obviously like them, so I'm going to keep the majority of these backgrounds as is. I'll make sure the last background has a dip to black transition to fade out at the end of the video. Next, we can replace the music. To do that, click Audio and use search terms for specific moods or genres of music. Click the audio clips to preview them, and when you find one you like, drag it over the audio clip you want to replace and click Replace. You can do that for each audio clip in the timeline. You can click Show Audio to reveal the volume of each clip. We can see this audio clip fades out at the end. If we want to adjust that, we can double-click on the audio clip to adjust the volume and fade, or click on the blue line to add keyframes and click and drag them to adjust the volume. If you'd like to add a voice recording, you can do that by clicking Narrate in the project bin. If you do add a voice recording, you'll want to use keyframes to lower the volume of your music during your voice recording so the music doesn't drown out your voice. I just want music, so I'm just going to delete this voiceover track and double click on the keyframes to remove them. Okay, the last thing I need to do is edit the credits. You can edit the text to add your name and citations for any media used. This text has an animation added to function as rolling credits. Okay, let's go into full screen to preview our video. I think that's looking pretty good. When students are done with their video, they can go ahead and click Turn In. Students can find their finished media piece on the Turned In page of their class. From the export page, they can unsubmit if they need to continue editing, click Details to set the title, description, and thumbnail, easily add auto-generated subtitles. The subtitles are super accurate, but it's always good to read through them and quickly make edits. From there, they can download the media, share a link to the media as long as the link privacy is set to public, and or send their media to any apps the district has enabled for students, such as Google Drive or OneDrive. So that's how to complete the author study project. I'd recommend taking a few minutes to try it on your own. This will give you an opportunity to apply what you learned and also create a video you can share with students. In the next video, we'll look at how you can manage the project as a teacher using tools available in WeVideo.